You're going to close your eyes, gently bow your head. As we begin to open our mind and release our body, take every movement and breath with intention. Start to slide your hands towards your knees, leaning your body forward. And let the hands rest onto the mat right before your knees, eyes closed. Take another breath in, walk the hands forward one more time. Feel the belly start to lower down on towards the upper thighs. And repeat this motion just breath by breath, taking your hands forward one breath at a time. And as you exhale, lower the upper body down towards the earth. Eventually, allowing your chin to roll towards your chest, forehead towards your mouth. Just close your eyes. Deepen into your breath. No matter what you hear around you tonight, deeply, slowly, listen to the sound of your breath in and the sound of your breath out. Okay. Start to gently walk your hands over to the left. You can walk the right hand over towards the left hand, placing your head between your upper arms. And just hold it here. And gently walk your hands back to the center. Start to guide your hands over to the right, placing your left hand towards the right hand. Just deepen into the left body. Okay. Let's go ahead and walk the hands back towards the center. Take this time, just wedge your knees a little wider. Start to rock the hips left and right. And then slow, slow. Let's go ahead and just start to lift that upper body up, coming onto your hands and knees, rolling one vertebrae at a time, letting it feel good. And then lift your head up. We're going to transition onto our hands and knees here. It's going to show you from a side view. You're going to place your knees underneath that hip joint. You're going to bring your hands underneath your shoulder joint. And take this time to untuck your toes, pressing the tops of your feet down towards the mat. Drop your gaze down towards the floor here. And let's flow into our body. We're going to inhale, lift our heart space forward, tailbone up. As you exhale, gently round into your back, letting the tailbone roll in towards your pelvic bone. And then slowly open your heart space forward, drawing your tailbone up. Then gently release, start to round into your back, chin to your chest. You're going to close your eyes, repeat this motion at your own pace. Just observe where you are in your body tonight. Start to come back towards the center here. You're going to start to flip your hands back. So fingertips pointing towards your knees. And take this slow. You're just going to start to open up into that wrist space. Taking that breath in, just rock the shoulders over the wrists. Drop on your exhale. And just slow, slow roll your hips back towards your heels. Your palms are touching towards the mat if you like, or you can flip the back of your hands forward, whatever your preference is. You can do this for a few more times. Now, whatever option you took, whether it be the palms down or the back of your hands down, take a moment just to reverse that motion. Perhaps taking the back of your hands down, rocking it forward, rocking it back. And be very gentle when you're making these transitions. You're not placing a little weight to your wrists, just to stretch out the top and the back of your wrist space. And then bring it back onto your palms here. Start to create circular motions into the wrists. Start to allow your hips to rock back towards your heels. Okay. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and walk the knees a little wider. You're going to take your knees wider towards the outside of your mat. Let the big toes touch. You're going to start to sit the hips down towards the heels first. You're creating space for your belly to rest between your thighs. And just for a moment, come down to your forearms. Allow yourself to just drop your gaze towards the mat. Without going any deeper, close your eyes. Focus on pressing your body weight back, allowing the hips to center and ground towards the heels. Once that feels good, you can bring your hands at shoulder width and go ahead and just glide your body weight forward, really extending your fingers towards the top of your mat, continuously energizing your body weight back towards the hips. You're going to close your eyes here, breathe into your body. Alright. Go ahead and just walk your hands back right underneath the shoulders. You're going to come up for that tabletop pose. And I invite you just to take any hip rolls and body rolls that feels good at this point. And let's go ahead and just come back towards the center. I'm going to have you tuck into your toes this time. Taking the hands right underneath the shoulders. And we're coming in for our first down dog. So we're going to walk it through nice and slow. Take your focus on your hands first. Make sure they're placed at shoulder width apart and your index finger or your middle fingers pointing towards the top of your mat. Beautiful. Now start to tuck your toes into the mat and just focus on lifting the hips up. Notice how most of my body weight, where my shoulders are aligned to my hands, I'm more shifting my shoulders forward. In our down dog, you want to start to take that feet at hip width. Now notice how I'm going to energize my body back towards the hips. I'm going to start to push the hips back. I'm going to push my upper body back towards the hips. I'm shifting my body weight less towards my wrist and towards the midline of my body here. There you go. Then let's go ahead and bring our head between the upper arms. Close your eyes and give your body a couple breaths just to ease in, to lengthen from fingertip down through the back of your throat. Then slowly come back down onto your knees. Take a breath, take a break, let the shoulders relax. So you're going to walk your hands towards your toes. Rest your forehead towards the mat. Just deeply release. your hands next to your knees. Start to roll and lift back onto that tabletop pose. And wherever we are tonight, I invite you to take the transition slow, keeping that heart rate slow and steady. Let's go ahead and tuck your toes in. We're going to do this movement a few times, coming back for different variations of down dog to warm up your entire body. So let's come back up for that down dog. Come back to where you left off. And really start to root through the heels and palms of your hands, pressing that body weight back towards the hips. And then one by one, you're going to bend one knee and draw the other heel down. Starting to pedal into your feet, one knee, one foot at a time. If you need to nourish your low back tonight, one of my favorite variations here is to roll my knee in, rolling my hips in as well when I'm taking this movement. Creating that massaging motion into my low back. Once your lower body is a little more warmed up, go ahead and just stretch the heels down. Take a few breaths. Settle into a down dog. And release. Just go ahead and bring your knees down towards the mat. And start to flow into your body on all fours, cat and cow, or any circular motion that feels good for the joints. Okay. So we're going to come into our third variation of down dog this time, by far my favorite. So you're going to slow, come back to where you left off, your down dog. Now in this variation, we're changing up that lower body. So notice how your feet are at hip width. Begin to step your feet to the outside of your mat, taking a wide-legged stance. And this wide-legged down dog, you can look up towards me and you'll notice how my body weight still shifted forward. I'm going to begin to really take my hands slightly back. I'm going to push my body weight back towards my hips. Melt my heart space towards the mat. I'm going just a tad bit deeper in towards the back of my legs, while deeply extending into my upper and lower back. A few more breaths here. Okay. Let's go ahead and walk your hands right underneath the shoulders, taking your hands back towards the back of your mat. There you go. Beautiful. And just start to micro bend your knees if it feels good. You're going to start to let loose. Let your hands sit at opposite elbows or opposite forearms. And just drape your upper body weight down towards Mother Earth. You're going to hold it here for a few breaths. Allow your mind to surrender your thoughts. Allow your body to surrender its body weight, to surrender its control to the weight of gravity, to your breath. Just slowly, slow bend into both your knees. Place your hands onto the mat and just look forward. So my knees are slightly bent. My fingertips are underneath my shoulder joints. All I'm going to do is pivot my heels in, let my toes rotate out at an angle. And I might need to bring my feet a little closer for this one. You're going to start to sit the hips further down. Start to sink into your hips a few times. Notice how that feels for your body. Continuously starting to adjust your knees over those heels. If you need to adjust your feet more narrow, more wide, this is a chance to really kind of observe where you are in your body. And once you lower your hips down, the furthest it goes down is at knee height. So nothing lower than that. There you go. And you're going to just lift your hands onto your knees. Take this time. Use the help of your hands so you can rotate the inner knees outwards. Feel that external rotation you're creating within the hips. And just slow, sit the hips down a little further. Feel that inner hip and inner thigh deep opening there. We're going to keep the lower body steady here and start to maneuver our shoulders. We're going to drop that left shoulder down, look over to the right. Take a deep breath. And then gently come back to center, reverse, rolling the right shoulder down. Look over to the left. And then release, come back towards the center. Ooh. Just slowly round into your back. As the hands gently fly down to the mat, I want you to just heel to your feet underneath your hips. Start to rotate the body down, coming into your standing forward fold. Chin towards your chest, back of your neck relaxed. And just drape the weight of your arms down to Mother Earth. Okay. Keep your eyes closed, body relaxed. Just shake your head side to side. Just shake your head up and back. And back towards the stillness. Start to bend into your knees. Continue to sit your hips down towards your heels. And take a moment here. You're going to just crawl your hands forward and just drop the shins down to the mat. Uncurling your toes space. And you're going to sit back down onto the heels. This time, you're going to take your fingertips back to where we started in the beginning of this class, kneeling pose, coming into full circle. And you're going to start to lean your body weight back. So go ahead and just place your hands towards the side back of your mat. As one of the probably the tightest parts of our body that we don't work into a lot is the tops of our feet, our ankles. And I find that when we're starting to unlock tight spaces in our body, we find a place to open up energy and open up any sense of stored energy that needs to be released. So be patient with your body. So the idea of this is to lean your hands back so you can start to lift your knees slightly off the mat. You're going to feel that nice deep opening towards the tops of your feet. So from a side view, I'm placing my hands back. I'm just starting to really lean my body weight in towards my heels, lifting my knees up only to the point of a stretch, but not a point of pain. You can keep the hands there to help you remain that balance. If you have balance, you can always bring your hands into prayer. Focus your gaze on one point to help with the balance and start to center to your breath. Focus on the depth of that breath. Okay. From here, just let the hands down, let the knees pull back. You can feel that circulation rushing back to the tops of your feet here. You're going to reverse that motion, just coming back to tabletop. Let the toes curl in. The minute you do that, you can feel the release from the tops of your feet. Yep, there you go. And all you got to do is just sit onto your heels. This time you're stretching out your toes. You place your head down. Take a few breaths. Okay. Go ahead and untuck your toes. Then we're going to swing your legs forward. And just take it into a seated pose for a moment. We're going to let the lower body just gently release. We're going to start to take it up into the upper body, the neck space, the shoulder space. So go ahead and bring your hands onto your knees. And just from here, I want you to tilt your head over to the right. Nothing too deep just yet. And then slowly bring it back towards the center. Observe the other side. Tilt your head over to the left. And then come back towards the center. We're going to stretch into our neck space. You're going to take the right hand, just put it over your left ear. And you're just going to tilt and use the weight of your hands to give you a deeper stretch along the left side of your neck. Now relax the left hand down towards the left side, walking your left fingertips away from your hip space. And notice how that changes the deep opening to the left side of your neck. And hold it here. Okay. I'm going to open your eyes for a moment. And now at this point, I want you to tuck that chin towards the right chest. Grab your right hand and hold on towards the top left side of your head and start to guide your head down towards the armpit. Remember to take those deep, nourishing breaths. And then very gently open your eyes, and this time come back to where the center was. So you're just slightly tilting your head to the right. Your gaze is forward. Now we're going to reverse. So instead of dropping your chin towards the ground, rotate your chin up towards the ceiling. So your chin is facing the top left corner at this point. Your head, your right ear still to that right shoulder. There you go. You're going to use the right hand to the left side of your head. Continue to spin that chin up towards the sky. And notice how this maneuvers into a different side of your left neck. Very gently let the right hand rest onto your right knee. Slow, slow, lift the head back towards the center. Without moving, observe the changes between the two sides of your neck. Balance into your body this time. So go ahead and just use your left ear, tilt your head over to the left. And once you're ready, you can pick up that left hand, bring that left hand over your right ear. Start to guide that head a little further to the left. Once that feels good, then you can relax the right hand out to the right side of your mat, taking the right fingertips away from the center of your body. So our neck, our shoulders, and upper back are often connected. And when we come into a day's worth of sitting and rounding and texting, all the likes of that, we tend to hold a lot of tension in this space. These are great movements and postures to help you release out tension of the neck and the upper shoulders. Just tilt that chin over to that left chest. Use your left hand, guide the head down towards your left armpit. You can control how deep of a stretch you go, just really depending on how much body weight you're leaning from the left hand to tilt that head further down towards the left. And then very gently relax the left hand for a moment. Just allow your chin to face back forward. Left ear still tilting down to the left. And now you're going to spin that chin up towards the top right corner. Once you have that, then you're going to bring that left hand back towards the right side of your head. Start to tilt it down to the left and keep spinning your chin up to the top right corner. Okay. Relax the left hand down first. And then very gently, slowly let the head come back to a neutral position. Resting both hands on your knees. Allowing your neck space just to realign and reposition here. Start to roll your head side to side, half or full circles, whatever feels good. Back to your center, ground to soft. At this time, your body may call to you to take additional movements with your eyes closed. So be inspired and take any movement on your seated pose, perhaps even twist if the body calls for it. I love to integrate free time into my own practice, even when I teach. Because in this very moment, you become the teacher of your own practice, guiding yourself through the movements that your body needs through mind body awareness. Now come back to a place of stillness. Keep your eyes closed. And this next part, we're going to let go. We're going to practice the art of letting go by encouraging your mind and your body to shake, to move at its own pace, starting to let go of excess energy stored within. So the moment that we come back into a place of stop, all that vibration, all that excess energy, you can feel it tingling upon your skin, releasing out as you find place of stillness and ease. So how we're going to begin this process is still keeping our eyes closed. The lower body doesn't move. It is solely your upper body. Keep your core engaged. Draw the belly in towards the navel. Now imagine that your arms are like jello. You're going to start to swing and sway your arms up and down and back and side to side, whatever way you like. And there's no rhythm or art or instruction on how to do this. So, however you interpret movement in your arms, swaying, lifting, dancing, shaking, let it move. And when the time comes to stop, I'll bring you back. You can allow that upper body to channel that energy as well. Circular movements, side shakes, whatever motion the arms take, the body moves with it. In the last moments here, start to flow faster. Feel the dynamic energy carried upon the space between your arms, your hands, your body. Now imagine that your upper body is like a tree. Branches are swaying, chaotically moving. And the moment that I count from 5 down to 1, when I hit 1, you're going to drop back into complete stillness, hands to your knees, starting at 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. Complete stop. Let the physical body be still. Let your mind observe without judgment the sensations flowing within and upon your skin. Your mind and body comes back to stillness. As the heart centers itself. Very gently, blink your eyes open, just softly gazing before you. To wind us down for Shavasana tonight. Move as slow as you need to without letting go of this feeling. And find your way. If you have a favorite scent, a favorite oil, a favorite aromatherapy product you like to use before we recline down, just take your time, start to locate where it is, and you're going to bring it before you. You're going to use that in conjunction during Shavasana. So if you have a favorite way of lying with props, this is also a good time just to start to let yourself set up for Shavasana. And as you start to recline down onto your mat, allowing the upper and lower body to just ease in, you're going to take some of the oil, your aromatherapy product, and just very gently just dab a few drops into the wrist space. Start to rub the inner wrists together. Whatever excess oil you have, I want you to place some towards the temples of your head. Perhaps right behind your ears. And just bring your hands into prayer. You're going to lower your wrist slightly down towards your nose. Closing your eyes. And give yourself the permission to breathe. Allow the aroma to settle down in the depths of your body, your mind. Allow your breath in to receive the aroma, the calming effects, the healing effects. And as you exhale, feel the soft release of the aroma channeling within your body. Calming your mind, deeply relaxed. Lower your arms along the sides of your body. Your mind is calm. Your body is relaxed. Your mind is calm. Your body relaxed. And energizing breath in. And roll your arms behind your head. Place your feet onto the mat. You're going to roll your body to the favorite side. And when you're ready, with your eyes closed, lift the upper body up. Come into your seated pose. Resting your hands onto your knees. Close your practice tonight. Bow your head and repeat quietly in your mind after me. I flow through life with ease and peace. I am relaxed. Say that and solidify it 2 more times. I flow through life with ease and peace. I am relaxed. And every time we repeat this, may it go deeper into our minds and our hearts. I flow through life with ease and peace. I am relaxed. Bring your palms together in prayer. Guiding your head up. Open your eyes. Namaste. Love to hear how you're feeling your thoughts. I'm going to unmute us